Hello good people of YouTube, Mark Vergeer here with a little message, a little pickup video, and part of it is actually in South African, or my attempt at South African. Ja, even een boodschap in Suid Afrikaans. Ik heb een pakje ontvangen en it has heel mooi seals. En het is gestuurd door Gary, Big G from South Africa. Ginota! Well, okay, I got a package from South Africa, Big G. He sent me a great package with actually the postman. He was amazed at the stamps that were on there, seals, postzegels in Dutch, the seals in South African, and as you can see, there's an amazing number of, and I have to cover up my address, but there's an amazing number of birds on there, so that's actually quite cool. And I believe the currency is the rand. So yeah, thanks for that. And there's no note in there. I was expecting a note, man, but that's fine. I mean, I got 4 games, and they're all Nintendo based, and Gary was actually getting rid of his cards, or getting rid of these cards, because he bought some extra games to use the cases for his collection, and that made him get some spare, or result in some spares for him, which he kindly donated and sent to me. So yeah, they're actually complete apart from the case. So I'll start with something that is very appropriate, and it's actually Ico Soccer. Focus, you damn camera. So that's Ico Soccer with the World Championships going on. It's a soccer game, and it comes with the manual. So, manual. And it comes with the inlay for the box. So, and these are the screenshots, if you can see. So yeah, quite interesting looking like a little game. And so yeah, thanks man. My attempt at the South African is atrocious probably, but ik is bij blij hier om die spel te krijgen. Aliens, that's another one. Whoops. Aliens Infestation. Yeah, Aliens Infestation, which is an Aliens game, and it also comes with the little booklet, and it shows you a bit of the gameplay and stuff, and it comes with the inlay for the box. So this is the screen, the box art, and the back. So I've never heard of this game, and I'm really looking forward to trying it. I mean, it's a Sega game, so it must be good. And then a very, very strange card with a very strange subject. And it's the subject, it's the card astrology. So no astronomy, but astrology, you know, that the animal signs and all sorts of esoterical theorems that are accompanied with it. But yeah, astrology, and it comes with a manual, and it comes with the inlay. How about a glimpse of your future? Work, love, friends, astrology is the complete guide to discovering your future. Using star signs, crystals, biorhythm, Chinese astrology, unveil the mystery of your life. Actually, should actually be quite fun making a video of that, I guess. And then last but not least, the last game, and that's actually a Game Boy Advance game, and that's Monsters Inc. and Finding Nemo. So it may be a double game, I'm not sure. There's actually 2 games on there, with a little plus, Monsters Inc. and Finding Nemo. So yeah, looking forward to trying that out in my Game Boy. So yeah, if you haven't seen videos from Big G from South Africa, you should. Love the accent. He's based in South Africa, and he does all the stuff that we do: collect ancient video games, modern video games, and just plays them. And he does that in South Africa. So even in South Africa, people are playing video games all over the world, and that's what I like about this community. Yeah, it's great. So he's a guy that has a very wide interest. He does his fishing, he does his retro computers, he does his consoles, and more or less I think most of the games he has access to are the PAL region. So I guess South Africa is somewhat of a PAL region, like Australia, New Zealand, and Europe. So yeah, we basically are stuck on the same PAL games, and yeah, I think I should actually return you with something nice. I actually have your address, so for me it's actually quite a lot easier to run into some retro computer stuff over here in the Netherlands, especially with the Highlander now, who has all the access to all sorts of, you know, secret niches and stores and containing all sorts of retro gaming goodness. So, you know, there may be some goodies coming your way. Perhaps you should let me know what you're looking for, because, you know, I can have my eyes and ears out. So yeah, go subscribe to Big G and just check out his channel and give him a thumbs up and tell him I send you. So dankie Gary, or Gary. It was great, and yeah, it's always great to get a package, and especially a package from South Africa. I think this is actually my first package ever that I got from South Africa. So I visited South Africa once, back in 1998, I believe, yes, and it was in Cape Town, and we went to Robben Island to visit prison, which is a very yeah, it's almost like a tourist attraction. And we also traveled to the Cape, which is where two oceans meet, and there was a lot of penguins over there, and you had a very nice restaurant. And we were sitting there eating our lunch, and then all the waiters disappeared, and then all sorts of baboons jumped on the tables, and they just start, you know, eating our stuff. And these animals have like teeth that are just like that large, and we're just sitting there flabbergasted. And well, the baboons left, and the waitresses and the waiters, they came, gathered up the the leftovers of our meal, and actually served us again our meal that was fresh. And that was the most surreal experience ever. And, you know, sitting in a nice area outside, you know, a terrace where you sit enjoying your meal. Then a whole bunch of baboons just raid your plate, raid your your whole entire dinner. And well, the waiters, they actually saw them coming, I guess, so they moved inside, and they came back out with food. And well, I mean, those monkeys, they didn't come back and raid us again. So yeah, I was there for a conference, and it was, I think it was May or something. So I guess still pretty strong sun. I'm not sure, but we were in a conference, and it was midday, and I walked outside to see some of the seaside, and I came back, and I was just like, I was less, half of my face was just red from the sunburn. So yeah, well, yeah, that was great country. And what the funny thing was that I actually didn't realize. I mean, I had heard some South African language, and but back then, but I didn't know that it was still so very close to Dutch. Even een bericht uit Zuid-Afrika, even een bericht uit Zuid-Afrika. Sounds almost the same. Ik heb een pakje ontvangen uit Zuid-Afrika. Ik heb een pakje ontvangen uit Zuid-Afrika. I mean, it's this, you know, it's the same. Ik is blij. Ik ben heel blij. Yeah, nou ja, whatever. I'm not gonna teach you South African, but I mean, for Dutch people, South African is, you know, it's like you're hearing a very different accent, Dutch, and I think for South Africa, for South Africans, it's actually quite similar. And I remember being at the conference, and people who spoke South African were actually very happy to try to converse with us Dutch people. We were there with 4 people or something. And the funny thing is that all the desserts and all the little things that you got put out, they were very Dutch. You know, almost like grandma's meals and stuff. You had griesmeel. Not sure how you say that in South African, but it was just, you know, griesmeel pudding and custard and all sorts of Dutch stuff that's really Dutch. And to have that, to find that, you know, on the other side of the world in an African country, I mean, it just totally blew my mind. So yeah. Well, that's a little anecdote, and I'm gonna shut up now. And you can just subscribe to Gary. Just, you know, click over there, do it, and tell me tell him I sent you. Okay, Mark signing off, and Gary, thank you very much, and well, another video soon, I guess.